Okay, you're welcome to another segment of my video. This is Gist with K, a YouTube channel where we discuss issues of national importance. Still on the series we are doing for the now, we started with rule of work. We did part one, which is the sowing period. We did part two, which supposed to be the waiting, but we use it as a harvest period when you start gaining from that. And we have another series today, and on this series we'll be dealing with part three, still on the rule of work, still on the rule of work. This one is the waiting period. The waiting period. The second video we did, the part two, we also work on that more. We also talk more on that, maybe probably part four, merge it together. But this one is called the waiting period. You know, there is this in farmer methodology or technology where a farmer till the ground before harvest. It's not the day they till the ground that they plant. It's not the day they till the ground that they plant. Be it mechanized farming, be it manual farming. It's not the day they till the ground they farm. Some they plant seed. Sometimes it take them days, weeks to go and till the ground. They start with weeding the grass, the bush burning, gathering all the garbages together, setting them on fire, clearing, making it ready to be planted. And after that, there will be a process, a time when they will start tilling the ground. And after this tilling the ground, if it's cassava they want to plant, they will now start burying the stems of the cassava. They'll start burying the stem. If it is corn, they'll start burying the seed. If it is yam, they'll start burying the tubes, the tuber, the small small tubers that they want to plant in order to get a bigger harvest. So, and after doing all these things, they will wait. But every section, every department of this process involve a waiting period. The day they pack the grass, they weed the grass is not the day they pack it. It's not the day they burn it. And the day they burn the grass is not the day they start planting. You understand? Always observe your waiting period. And your waiting time is not your wasting time. See, people may not understand your waiting time. People may not understand your waiting time. But a man on a mission, a man on purpose, always understand each phase of his life. You may not know the purpose of that phase, but you will know that as at this given time, the hands of time turn from this direction to this direction. You may not know why that hands of time turn at that particular time, but you will definitely observe that something has shifted. So that's why even in the Bible said, when the cloud is full of rain, it empties itself upon the earth. That means when it's full of rain, the earth will start expecting something. So during your waiting time, you are not just wasting time, you are waiting in anticipation for harvest. You are waiting in anticipation for harvest. And waiting time is a very delicate time. Waiting time is a time that you need to be careful. Guide your tongue. Mind the kind of thing you say. If you're a career person, if you're a business person, if you're into manufacturing sector or import and export, during your waiting time, mind what you say. Mind what you say. Mind whom you talk to. Mind the kind of information you relay with people. Listen, if you are into import and export and you travel out or you exported something and that consignment is still on transit, you don't talk to people about it. Except your business partner, the people you are dealing that business with. There are people that will hear that your container is on the high sea. They will start thinking what they will do to ensure that that container did not land successfully. Or even if it land, custom will seize it, or for you not to be able to clear it, and it will start attracting demurrage that may make you abandon that consignment there. Start working on your waiting time. Your waiting time should be the time you start strategizing. If this thing happen, how do I do it? How do I go this time? Who do I relay with? Who do I get involved with? Listen, in waiting time, if you are working in a corporate organization, in waiting time in this rule of work, don't talk down on your superiors. Don't talk down on your superiors. You know, there are what people do in the work environment. You will see somebody probably saying, this supervisor is bad, this, that, this manager is this one is this one, listing and listing good. You are not talking to those individuals, you are talking to the office they are occupying. A man on a mission, if you want to understand the workplace wisdom, don't talk down on anybody. Anybody you are talking down on, you are not talking down on an individual, you are talking down on an office. And you know what? Any office you talk down on, you cannot occupy. Any office you disrespect, you cannot occupy. Even if it is by hook or crook, when the recommendation will be made, if you like, buy the vote, rig it, one person somewhere who will be at that round table of this decision making, where they will say, okay, this name, oh yeah, good, give it. One person will oppose it, and by that opposition, it will delay and it will never come to you. Always maximize your waiting time. Let your waiting time be the time you are at peace with yourself, with things happening around you, with the environment. See, that supervisor that keeps on terrorizing you may be on assignment for you to fulfill your purpose in that organization. I work with a company, and while I was working with the company, I was in that company for 4 years and 8 months. And after working, another contractor came and picked up the contract. The new contractor that came, the lady representing the owner or the contract owner walked into my office. They have introduced her to us, so I know her. When she walked into my office, I greeted her. I was too lenient to her, I didn't disrespect her. So after we finished talking, the first word she told me was, "You are Kingsley?" I said yes. She said, "I have somebody to take over your position." Our first meeting, the first encounter, I have somebody to take over your position. So you are not going to work here. I have a sister who is doing the same thing you are doing that will take over your position. I didn't argue with her. I didn't quarrel her. I didn't fight back. I just kept cool. She finished talking and left. But all I did was to quickly use my phone to record the audio conversation. I was playing it to myself. And I didn't report or complain to anybody. I was playing the audio tape to myself. I would tell myself, this lady says she has somebody to take my place. What is it that I need to do so that even if the person is coming, the person cannot get to this extent? I'm a graphic designer, and in the office we'll have two people, the guy at the head and me. Two of us are graphic designer, but he has been in that office before I came. So he do all the graphic design because he made extra pay from it. So in his absence, they will approach me, say, "We heard you're a graphic designer. Can you do this and that and that and that?" And when they will say that, I will call him. Look at what is going on. He will say, "No, don't worry. Let me call the person." He will call the person, and that work I won't do it. Why was I doing that? So it will look as if I want to take away his means of income from him. I didn't do any single work. And one of the days, this lady came and said, okay, they will stop paying him the money they used to pay him. And as soon as the lady put that clause, no payment is part of our job description, I'm good. They called him while he was on time off and gave him work to do. He said he's on time off, that they should give me the work. I did the design, sent to them, and put him in copy. When I put him in copy, the mail I sent to them, they didn't check the mail, but he forwarded the same design I did to them. They thought he was the one that did it and approved it. I laughed. It was my waiting period. It got to a place I was tempted. I said, who do I talk to? Should I confront this woman? I said, no. I went back. I was praying one day. I told myself, I won't quarrel with her. I won't give her a justification to say I'm rude to her. I won't give her a justification to tarnish the work I have put in this place for these 4 years and 8 months. I won't give her that justification. So she kept on telling people about me, how rude I am. Most of those people will not ask, they will conclude, I'm good with it, in as much I'm not begging food from you. So one day something happened. I embarked on my annual leave. And from the leave, even before the leave, I have 2 businesses working for me. I have a barbing salon. I have a boutique that people are working for me. At least I have 3 employees that was paid. While on my leave, I now asked myself, what can you do so that you become your own boss? What can you do so that you become your own boss? From the leave, I resigned. From the leave, I resigned. And when I resigned, I started up a business. And the business was doing well. All of a sudden, because of the expertise, the sacrifices I've put in the oil and gas industry, I was called up. Say, can you do this? We heard that you are the best in this and that. Come ahead and help us handle this project. And I pick up the project. You see, God used her to work out that purpose. That project returned me back to what I used to enjoy. I was paid twice more than what I was earning from my previous place of work. I was paid twice. And I have other bonuses with a car attached to it. I left that business. It wasn't up to 2 weeks. I bought a car worth millions. But had it been I'm in that business, I wouldn't have been able to buy that car because I'll be considering a lot of factors. So sometimes God used that person tormenting you to work out his purpose or his plan for you. So don't speak ill against them. I traveled back to that location and I boarded the same flight with her. She was surprised to see me in the flight. Maybe she was expecting me to look shabby, haggard, somebody who is suffering beggarly. But what she saw surprised her. She was surprised. She couldn't talk to me. When we landed, we waited, pick up our luggages, and everybody on his own. Don't fight your supervisor. Don't fight your manager. If you fight them, you are not fighting an individual. You are fighting the office. And any office you fight, you cannot occupy. That is rule of work number 3. So, always try as much as you can. It will not be easy for a start, but just keep managing. Look for a way to adapt. Anything you know you need to do to be happy, do it as much as you are delivering your duty. Do it and you will see that at the end of the day, by divine orchestration, God will position you or position men that will speak for you. And when they speak for you, you'll be surprised that you might even be higher than that person when it comes to promotion. But the truth remains, don't fight your boss. Any office you disrespect or fight, you cannot occupy. Thank you for staying thoughtful. I still remain your regular host on this channel, Gist with K, where we discuss matters of national importance. Signing out for now. See you on my next video. Thanks and bye for now.